Welcome to A to Z Minecraft. Here, this is a tutorial let's play series where we go through every single progression of Minecraft. So, I'm gonna create a new world. Yep. Alright. We ended up in a pretty different place. I could already see a shipwreck in the sea. It's hard to tell. We have some sugarcane, that's also good for game progression. We have a birch forest with some acacia saplings, dog oak logs, cocoa beans. We had some jungle logs. We might be able to build ourselves a cocoa bean farm if it's possible. And I'm pretty great about the potato. And I'm gonna take every single thing in its chest, keeping the tools in my hotbar. And we all we gotta do now. You could see how great these shaders are. I'm gonna quickly make myself a crafting table, turn all of this into planks, and turn this into sticks. Now what I'm gonna do is place this crafting table down. You have this 3 by 3 grid called the GUI of a crafting table. If you remember all the recipes, you don't need this recipe book. You might just do like this and do it like that. Bam! Now all I'm going to need is a pickaxe. I already have one, but I'll use it for other purposes. Now I need to make myself a shovel. It's a pretty obvious recipe to remember. It's wood, and finally I need something that's also a tool which was underestimated before the Nether update, but has a lot of uses right now. The hoe. Now this crafting table has a pretty neat texture. I don't know if I and remove the texture. Oh, the texture is still the same in the bottom as well. Fair enough. Now I'm gonna go and get myself the sugarcane. And sugarcane has pretty distinctive properties. First and foremost, they are not like any other crops. You cannot place them over here because there's no water nearby. You have to place it near water for it to grow. And this can be placed on sand, dirt, and variants of both of them. Now, I'm gonna progress into this forest, but before that, oh, lily of the valley. But before doing anything, I'm gonna harvest this kelp over here, all of the stock. This is kelp, and you can find them in ocean biomes. You, I need, I don't know in which ocean biome you could practically find the most. And kelp has some distinctive properties. You can plant them on water, and if you bone meal it, it will grow super fast, and it will, if it has some any water flow above it, will turn it into water sources. And what does water sources do? They might be great if you need to build yourself a soul sand bubble column. And that's because of the, oh, will you look at that? It's so cute. A baby turtle. I think it's just wandering. Doesn't know what to do with his life. Let's nudge him near over here to, I'm gonna try to put this guy in the water. Okay. And let's do that. That does not go into game progression even. Now let's see. Okay, we have a cow. And cows are passive mobs that spawn in only biomes that have the tendency to generate grass. I'm gonna chop a little bit more wood. As you could see, leaves will move like that, which makes shaders a lot more great to look. And I'm using this hoe to harvest all of this because we need saplings. And saplings is the one of the things that you need mainly for progression, because if you have saplings you could grow them into full trees, break them down to get even more saplings, and to grow even more trees. Oh, I think we are in a flower forest. Okay, and I think that's a plains biome over there. We have a pretty decent river. Now, these shaders change a lot. Now, oh, now I could see it. Oh, look at here. This is a baby chicken. That's chance of a baby chicken spawning when you throw an egg. And is this a flower forest? Yes, it is. And look at that, a Taiga village. I'm definitely going there. Let me tell you a pro tip. If you are doing what I'm doing, don't do it. And you might be thinking, why don't you have to mine stone? Well, before you mine stone, you go and explore the nearby structures in your vicinity. You might have a chance to find diamonds, loot, and buried treasure maps, which I'm talking about the shipwreck. How much stone do I have? 13. Let me just gather a little bit more. And stone is also renewable. You have to build a cobblestone generator. I'm gonna get a decent amount of stone. 21 must do it. Let's climb up here and go to that tiger biome over there. And this is technically a flower forest. And oh man, I love the flower forest because they are the only biomes that generate, like, I think I already passed some. Yes, we have the lily of the valley. These only generate here and they can be turned into white dye. But if I could find another flower that generates only here, all I need to do, I think I pass them. Yep, allium. They are great source of dyes. As we have a, oh, this is sheep. Now we have that cocoa bean, right? Now what I'm gonna do is turn this wool into white wool so that we could harvest this sheep. And when you jump and attack a mob, it will do a critical hit to that mob. It deals twice as damage as regular hitting it will do. Now let's see what we have here. I'm still gonna go to that shipwreck when I have enough tools to explore it. Now let's see what do we have here. Okay, that's interesting. We have a plain farmer in a tiger village. That's interesting. We have some sweet berries, a stonemason. I think this guy trades beetroots. Okay, we got to find. Oh, I just heard them being hurt. I think because they got stuck in the berry bushes. And berry bushes damage you when you are in them. Okay, there's definitely beetroots here, but I don't see any carrots nearby. Okay, I see some potatoes, but I don't see any carrots. I guess we have to adjust with it. Okay, now this is where I'm gonna start building our main base. There's a cave over here we could. Oh, it's more of an opening, I think, instead of a cave. Now I'm gonna chop out all of these pumpkins, and an axe is the recommended tool to do it. And these pumpkins have a pretty good properties. Oh, a double door house. It is too far away, I know it. Now I have to get up here. Oh, a weaponsmith. Now this guy is great for your progression because when he is leveled up to his max, which is master level, you will have a chance of trading you diamond tools. And is it stronger than one we have right now? A million times stronger. Oh, now see that? This silver beam. These are giant cracks from the earth deep underneath, and I could see some iron right under that. Now, before I could do anything, I'm going out of the perimeter of this village, and oh, thanks to the render distance, I could see a ruined portal over there. These are nether portals, but as the name says, they are ruined that generate in the overworld and in the nether. Okay, close the GUI. Now let's have that. I'm gonna quickly turn it into a brown bed. Set my spawn right over here. As you can see, it has set the spawn. Now, whenever you die, you will spawn here. I don't think of doing that anyways. Now, let's make myself a stone sword. Let me arrange my hotbar a little bit. Stone axe, stone pickaxe, stone shovel. Oh, and wait, I'm not out of stone. I'm out of sticks. A stone hoe. Now, this is where I'm going to set my main base. I'm going to make myself a furnace. Put that down. Now, I'm going to smelt one of these birch logs to make charcoal. And plant this. All of these birch planks and acacia plants I have. I will first plant the acacia ones first, and then plant the birch. I think that must do it. And we have ourselves 2 charcoal. We have to smelt birch logs instead of planks to get this. This is great for progression. Now let me put that because wooden planks have a very small amount of burning time. Now what I'm gonna do is harvest a little bit of sweet berries. What does this guy? Oh, the same cold traits. This guy, the same. I'm gonna harvest a little bit of this. This is sweet berries, and they grow a lot faster. If I could find a fox, that would be great for tool progression. Actually, not for tool progression. I think the game progression. Yep, I think it's for the game progression. I'm gonna collect exactly 64 of sweet berries because I am thinking of setting up a pretty neat sweet berry farm, and that's a cave near the tiger biome. Okay, now how much do we have? 55, 60. One more must do it. Yep, and I'm gonna need this one because I need only this, and this is spruce wood. They are common in extreme hills, taiga forests, and probably mega tigers. Yeah, mega tigers. Recommend going to a mega tiger for this. and they grow up to 9 blocks tall maximum in this. But in Mega Tiger, they grow in 2 by 2 formations, which is one here, one here, one here, one here, growing all the way up to Y level 19. I'm gonna gather tons of spruce planks. Wait, I need to put this one over here to see if this one I chopped earlier is start to decay. And when you chop out all the logs in a tree, the leaves in it will slowly start to disappear. This is called decaying. It pretty much happens to any type of tree except for the nether one because they actually don't have leaves. It's actually nether wart blocks and wart blocks. Now, anyways, speaking of the nether, I have been working on one achievement related to the nether for a very long time. Now, as you saw, without even me mining it, a leaf block disappeared. Now, do you see that? When they disappear, they will have a chance of dropping sticks or saplings of their own kind. Okay, it's like I have got one. How much? Only one? Alright, I have to continue with that. But I think one must do it. Right now, I might come afterwards. And I did not even explore the chest. How bad? Let's see. Oh, we have a butcher in this village. That would be great. We might set up a passive mob farm if we are at it. And butchers trade meat with you. And I guess their final trade is, oh, we have a cleric. You know what that means. Have access to rotten flesh. Okay, this guy is a stonemason. Anything in this house? No. This is the two-story house. Let me check in the second floor. Oh, a chest. Some potatoes. You might find loot according to the biome they are in. If you are in a plains biome, you might have a chance of finding oak saplings or anything that's related to plains. And oh man, that's a lot of potatoes, bread, and large ferns. We have 7 more. Okay, we have, oh, this is interesting. I think that's the armorer. We have a house like this. If we get up, let's see. Yep, that's a chest. Oh, our first emerald. Would you look at that? That's great. I'm getting a lot of items. I don't know where I had set up my... Oh, there's the butcher. And that guy looks like a butcher from Plains biome. Okay, we are not going here. I'm going back to my main base because this iron golem patrols this village right now. Let me put the charcoal in there. Now first I'm gonna do something. You could plant spruce saplings in a 2 by 2 kind like formation. And I'm gonna do it all over here. So they grow into mega tiger 2 by 2 portable trees. And I'm not using this acacia tree to build anything right now. Because I hate acacia wood. But instead of that, I'm using this in my tree farm for charcoal. As I mentioned earlier, you could only smelt logs to get charcoal. And you cannot do it with the new crimson stems because they are actually, I think, what to say, they are immune to fire. They are not like other wooden materials, the overworld, if you burn a wood, it's gone forever. But if you burn a wood that's from the nether, like war planks or crimson planks, they will not burn because they are the nether, and why should they are from the nether and why should they burn? Yes, that's my question. Why should they burn? Now, what I'm gonna do is find the nearby lake, which I did now, and plant all of the 16 sugarcane. You cannot plant it in diagonal blocks from a water source. You have to plant it over here. Now, I am gonna do. Now we have that. See, and that charcoal is being generated, and more trees are being grown. We are getting some oak saplings, and to quickly find some iron for even more progression. Now, I'm not gonna just like start building a base right now. I am going here to this dangerous pitfall trap of death. Thankfully, it looks like that iron golem is walking over it. Now, I need to find where I found those iron. And yep, it's down over there. And that's a long way down. You cannot reach that because you have to never dig straight down. And okay, I just went. You can fall straight down, but you cannot never dig straight down. Now I'm gonna mine the iron over here for setting up some of my farms that I'm thinking of building. Okay, how much iron is here? Okay, we don't have any here. Okay, we have clear water over here. There's nothing over here. That's the iron I found earlier. And that's a lot of iron. Let me pick that up. Use this oak wood planks to get up. Oh, that's a little bit more over there, but we do not have to get it because it's near lava, bro. And now what I'm gonna do is climb up and try to get up here using some sand as well. Now all I have, oh, you look at that, that grown into a 4x4 spruce tree, and that has generated this stuff is called podzol. They are a variant of grass. Oh, and this is my bed. You have to go to another bed. Will you please go? Now we have this. Okay, that's a lot of coal. Now what I'm gonna do? Oh man, wait. Okay, I have enough. I don't know if we have a armorer in here. That would be pretty cool because they trade full diamond armor at their final trade. And what I'm gonna do is make myself a new stone axe because I think if I chop this in my old stone axe, the axe might break. Now, the pods that I mentioned are, you don't need to worry about it. Mine it as a silk touch tool, it will turn back into dirt, and you could use that dirt to spread some more grass. And now why do they turn into podzol? Now I'm cutting this tree in a different manner. See? Now I'm cutting this tree in a different manner because that's a neat little trick you could perform when you are at the top of this tree, which I think I must be somewhere over above. Now, thankfully I'm in peaceful mode because if you see something, if I cannot show you right now, if you see something with this face, if you could see that pixels in my chest, they are a creeper and they will sneak upon you, explode you, and there are two variants of it. One is called the supercharged version, which even with full armor, it might kill you in one single hit. Now what I'm gonna do is stand in the middle of these blocks and start to do like this. If you could, this might be a little bit of stuff you don't want to do for your motion sake. This might make you even more motion sick. Thankfully, I'm not motion sick. Okay, let's take that spruce tree down. Now, that has, oh man. Now, what I'm gonna do is take out all of this podzol. Thankfully, podzol does not spread like grass or mycelium. But I don't know how this is possible, but this podzol just stacked up on each other. I don't want to mine all of this podzol. What I'm doing is converting all of it back into dirt so that I could spread the grass a lot faster. And we actually don't need this in case of we are planting mushrooms. And what? That was nearly like a stack of dirt. Oh man. These trees grow a little bit big. Have a spoonful. Okay, a stack and a half. Told you, they grow a lot bigger. And all of them are grown? No, this one is not grown because it has two plants nearby. Actually, three. Because they are, any of the wood type will not grow except for the water and crimson wood. If there's a plant nearby absorbing the energy it's supposed to absorb, that's what happens in the real world as well. Like some of these trees have grown a little bit bigger, and there we have 5 iron. Now what I'm gonna do, upgrade this furnace to a next level. Actually, I need the sweet berries. What I don't want is all of this dirt. Dirt, I definitely need the coal. I'm throwing the dirt. I think I might not need this piece of andesite. What I'm gonna do, oh yes, you need smooth stone for it, is to turn it into a blast furnace. How much stone do I have? Okay, I need one more piece of stone. Okay, I think I have to dig a little bit down to find another piece of stone. Yep, we have it. We only need that. And what I'm gonna do is put that in there. 2 pieces must do it, I think. And put this cobblestone in there. You could see it's turning into something that's called stone. That's just regular natural stone, which you find in ravines. You could pick them up. Have a silk touch tool. In this case, I don't, because this is just a normal stone pickaxe. We need 3 of this in order to make ourselves a blast furnace. Actually, we don't need 3 of this, because this is just regular natural stone. What we need is another version of it, which is called smooth stone. They are pretty hard to make. And what I'm doing is turning this into smooth stone. Because what I'm gonna need is a blast furnace. And a regular furnace as well. Blast furnace requires 5 iron. Yes, I said that right. 5 iron. That's too much. Mine is old definitely. But it does not go into my inventory straight because I have too much of other things in my inventory. Now all I'm going to do is mine a little bit. There might be another ravine under there, who knows. I think all of our smooth stone is ready. And what I'm gonna do is break this furnace. Oh, I don't think the smooth stone's ready big. Yes, the smooth stone is ready. Now all that needs is to turn that into a blast furnace. That requires 5 iron, which is bigger than I know. 1 furnace and 3 smooth stone just for smelting ores a little bit faster. Now, I don't know if that's an unemployed villager here. We have him. That would be great because he will turn into an armorer for us. I'm gonna need a little bit more to make myself a regular furnace. We already have a butcher because now we don't need that one, but we need is a regular furnace. And I'm gonna put that down over here. I'm gonna take all of this wood from decaying of the tree and turn that into a tons of spruce wood planks. But before that, I'm gonna place down this chest and put the emeralds, some of the kelp, the sticks, the pumpkins, and I would put the sweet berries in there and turn all of this into spruce wood planks. Okay, I might have done that. That's, oh man, I have to do a little. I have a little bit more. If you shift click, it will work sometimes. It will not work sometimes. We have 1, 2, 6 stacks of spruce wood planks. Because we could make tons of pressure plates, we could make tons of valves, but all we need is not all of this. I'm gonna put most of this here. I'm just gonna have a stack of with me. How much dirt do I have? Okay, 32 dirt. Now, what I'm gonna do is that we have a 20 potatoes, and what I'm gonna do is turn the rest of this iron I have into an iron bucket, which is like this. And bucket is great for early game. Now, what I'm gonna do is a pretty neat potato farm design. I thought it was about to go night. So what I'm gonna do is put four blocks like this and put a single water source. And from that water source, I need to count 4 blocks. I already placed 1 block, so 1, 2, 3. That's 4 blocks. And like that, we might have to do on all the sides, so that this, and you gotta do, it looks like this, and you gotta do is fill up the area like this. I know if I don't have enough dirt, and what I'm gonna do is take out this hoe. I have 20 potatoes. I use 32 dirt in this, so I think it must work. For now on, I'm planting it over here. As you can see, the farmland is started hydrated. This is dehydrated farmland. This is hydrated farmland. They both have their differences. If the farmland is not hydrated for long enough, it will revert back into dirt, and crops will only grow in hydrated farmland. Now I'm going back to sleep. And whoa, that's a baby villager. We might use this village for a villager breeder. That's a way to breed villagers as well. Now, okay, I think, yeah, being here is fine for me. What I'm gonna do is gather a little bit more dirt to fill that 9 by 9 area. Actually, you don't need grass for this, you really need is dirt. And you might be thinking, you could do this with ground layer itself. And I know you could do it like that, but I want it to be a little bit more recognizable so that I could use it. I'm gonna gather a little bit more dirt. I think a little bit more must do it. I think that must be enough. Yeah, that's definitely enough. Now, you should not jump on top of farmland. Now, that's just a little bit more. I'm just gonna mine this, and you just saw that shovel disappear out of my hand. That is called tool breaking. You see that green bar underneath all the tools? That is the tool's durability. Now, you could see the tool's durability will decrease as it's oh, and we have ourselves an armorer. Let me introduce you to the armorer. I have to name him for I don't know what name. This guy has pretty decent trade. He trades an iron chestplate for 9 emeralds, which might be good. But now what I'm gonna do is find a little bit more iron. And this iron golem here, this guy, okay. Now if wait, do I have any more iron on me? I might use it to make myself a shield, and shields are pretty useful. They can be used to block attacks. Now, I have only stone sword that is fire attack damage, and this iron golem has insane resistance and 10 amount of health as the same one. Into that, and this guy. Okay, now if I kill this iron golem, they have to spawn another one because they are under threat. Well, they are not under threat because I'm in peaceful mode, but these iron golems, they are the protectors of the village. We have to name this someone. We could name him something like he's an iron guy with very soft heart, because this guy will give you poppy if they are a little bit safer, and they just roam like nobody's business. And this is great. We have an unemployed villager here. I need one more iron so that I could get myself some shears. And shears can be used for a whole lot of stuff. I'm sure I did not inspect most of the chests inside. Now, I need a little bit more loot, and now it started. Oh, what was that? Oh man, I think that must have been a jump scare. This is the butcher's house. I think he's trying to be a little bit lonely by being over here. What do we need? Another iron. Now, why are they not pricking me, these sweetberry bushes? Now, all I need is another iron ingot. Oh, that is our friend, the fox, ladies and gentlemen. Did I explore this chest? Oh, I did not. I am gathering all of the spruce saplings. That's a lot of bread. Now, I'm searching for... Not you. Who are you? You are the carrot trader. And you have a pumpkin trade. That's a pretty good reason to set up a pumpkin farm. We have a horse stable over here. Is this the weaponsmith? Yes, it is the weaponsmith. Now, due to the fact that that guy has a pumpkin trade, we could set up ourselves a pumpkin farm. And for that, you are going to need a water bucket. What I'm gonna do is take up one block, place that water bucket there, and you have to have a kind of placing. Now, where did I leave all of my pumpkins? It's just, oh yes it is. We need only one for now. Let's turn that into 4. Oh, did I take 2? But anyways, pumpkins need another block next to them, like, so that they could grow the pumpkin. It must be like this. Now I'm gonna plant the rest of this over here so that they will be growing. I'm gonna do is make a little bit of torches because crops need light to grow. As you can see, the crops have started to grow over there. Now for right now, I'm putting 4 torches in these corners. That makes it look a little bit more pleasant, isn't it? Now anyways, we have a sheep that spawned here. Yes we do. If we want, we could use this village here itself. Oh, looks like that fox was hunting some chickens, I think. I need a little bit more iron. I could give that away myself by using commands, but I'm not going to do that because this is survival progression. But I'm gonna find... Oh, that's interesting. I am hearing random pressure plates clicking here. What I need to find is the cave that we saw over here in the Stega biome, and here it is. That is a pretty deep cave. Now, I could see iron over that. Then put that in. That's... Now, you actually need a stone pickaxe to pick up iron. You don't need... You actually do not use a wooden pickaxe To do that, you use a stone pickaxe. I think I have collected all of it. Now I'm gonna quickly head up. I guess it's still morning. Yes, it is still morning. Not nighttime yet, but it's still raining. We have to sleep to set the weather cycle again. Okay, that's our base. There it is. And should I have to walk over the ravine manually? Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna do it like this. Bridging. It's called bridging. Now, I'm gonna put this iron ore, only one in that. As you can see, it's being melted up so fast. And I'm gonna compare that with one in the furnace. It's being melted up pretty slow, not as big as the blast furnace, because the blast furnace is the recommended melting usage for smelting ores, that kind of stuff, and the furnace is for the rest of the stuff. Smoker is to do for food, I think, and the furnace is for the rest. Now, the sugarcane is not grown yet. Let me take a quick look at the pumpkins here. Okay, they are hydrated pretty neatly, and oh, the potato has started to grow. Now, I still have a little bit more potato on me. What I'm gonna do is plant like this, leaving one block in between. This is how we're supposed to do it because you need light to grow it. There's another way you could do it that requires you by shifting, putting a block there, a block above it, and putting torches on all four sides of it. And then you have to remove the torches next to it, which if you did not place it, you need to do that. And we are off to a pretty good start. Now we have the iron we need. Okay, what I'm gonna do, make myself a shears, and I need to find myself a sheep. Do I have any meat on me? No, I don't. But I need wool. Is there a sheep in the village? Did any of you guys see a sheep in the village? I don't think I saw. Okay, is this the same ravine? I think it is. This is the weaponsmith. I'm ringing the bell simply because they produce a great sound. Okay, we have some. Alright, I need to find myself the near farm to get myself wheat. Because have some wheat in your hand. I have only them. I only have wheat, but in another form, it's called bread. What I'm gonna do is plant this back in that. Go to the sheep and bring it over to my base. And looks like the wolf was hunting some sheep, because wolves take out sheep if they see them nearby, and thankfully that were. Okay, what I'm gonna do is make myself a bit more sticks. I'm running out of place to keep it to make myself some spruce fence and to make a little bit more stick to make myself a. I think. Then wait, one over that, 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 one. Okay, I need a little bit more. Now, one over that. All I need to do is go back to the sheep. Over here, if I could find it, or the wolf. Did they hunt that sheep? I don't know. I guess we have to wait until one spawns the plains. Okay, I guess let me do a little bit of waiting. Of course, horses will spawn and we have ourselves a sheep. Now, how much wool do I have? Okay, first let me shear the sheep to get myself a piece of carpet. Oh, that's an iron pressure plate. Why did I do that? I'm throwing this andesite away to make myself white carpets. Now, I'm gonna drag this sheep. Sheep are attracted to wheat. If you hold them in your hand, they will come after you because it is their preferred food of choice. That's the food you have to breed them with. Now, as soon as it comes into this pen, which I'm gonna do by putting a carpet over here and keep that in hand so that the sheep will come. Oh no, that's a problem. Okay, I want the sheep to go into the pen. Right. I guess I might have to extend it a little bit. Okay. Have to get. Oh no. Why is that sheep doing like that? You could nudge that guy in, I think. But I'm nudging him away a little bit from the place I want him to be. Okay. He's kind of like trying to wrestle me. Now, I need this guy. No, no, don't come here. Don't come here. Come over here. No, what I'm gonna quickly do is put a fence there, chop the rest of this down. Now, we are off to a pretty good start, I think. We have ourselves a sheep. Now, he has grown his wool back again. Now, we cannot get that through the fence. That's where the carpet comes in handy. Even if we could get through the fence, I think I have to do a little bit of inventory management. Now we go. The sheep cannot get out of the fence. I think I might put some of the saplings in here. Definitely putting off the saplings in there. Okay. I'm making a little bit more. Where are you going, my buddy? He is going in a pretty good rate. Now, sheets have a lot of uses. They are the tool that can be used to gather leaves. But even though the hoe is the preferred tool to break them, But these leaves have no other use than blocks of decoration. Okay, looks like the sheep has grown a little bit more wool. We need 3 wool to make a bed, and we need a bed because we are going to set up a villager breeder. Okay, that was 2 potatoes. Let's have this 2 pieces of land. What I'm gonna do is make myself a little bit of 2 slabs so that we could make this. This is a compost room. They do what the name tells you. I'm composting all of this leaf, and when they compost, they will turn into bone meal, which can be used to grow crops. Now I'm gonna compost all of this stuff because I have a lot of stuff. And what I'm gonna do is put some pods here, right under this tree. Thinking of keeping this tree permanently here because that one is looking a bit more like a tree. And because this has leaves close by, now I'm gonna put all of the spruce planks and slabs in there. I need them afterwards, but I might compost the rest of the pumpkins because we are growing them right now. And this guy is keeping on getting in my bed. He came too close in the range of the village so that they could occupy the bed. I'm gonna harvest this sugarcane that's growing here and sometimes break the original one. We have 7 sugarcane. Now we have 2 recipes we could do with this. First is sugar, as the name suggests, or if you spread them out like this, you could make paper, which are of lot of uses. First and foremost, I need to find my... Okay, looks like this guy is wanting to... Oh, this guy's a wheat trader. Now, what this bone meal does, if you go to a crop, if you bone meal it, it will consume it, but it will also help in growing that crop. And if you put 9 of them in a crafting table, they will turn into a bone block, which sounds horrifying, kind of spooky I think. And bone blocks have a lot of uses. Oh man, the trees have grown a lot. Now we have 2 village world stations that we have built. One is the block furnace and another one is the composter. And that's the preferred this to make a farmer. I think that's actually pretty good for our first episode. And folks, that's where we're gonna wrap up this episode of A to Z Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel and goodbye everybody.